We were walking into a coffee shop together, and as soon as we walk in, the guy goes, "Are you guys the Bearded Brothers?"
Yeah.
We're like, "Yeah, we are." So that's a cool feeling to have. It also has like a very proud moment to it as well, because you're like, "Oh, they're eating a bar that I made."
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see that.
Yeah. Basically, I kind of had the idea for the business like a couple years ago when I started making my own organic energy bars and started using those just to kind of fuel my runs and my rock climbing adventures and stuff like that. But at the time I lived in Dallas, and there just kind of really wasn't a good place to start that in Dallas because there just wasn't a whole lot of local support. But then a couple years later I moved to Austin, and once I moved to Austin I just saw how supportive Austin was of local and thought, wow, this would be like a great place to launch the energy bar company. And at the time I knew Chris, and he had been involved in the health industry for about 11 years, and so I knew he would make a great business partner.
Yeah, we hang out. I would say at least once or twice a week.
Yeah.
We tend to hang out, so we'll share a meal together, play some board games, and thankfully they come over and watch our little son Elijah.
Yeah.
He's 15, 16 months, so yeah, it's cool. Yeah, we do. I want to get into rock climbing because Caleb does a lot of rock climbing, and I do a lot of sports as well. But we haven't found that little niche that we both kind of fit into a lot. So
I'm kind of afraid of him getting into it because I'm afraid he'll be better than me.
Yeah. So my day is, I get here about 6 in the morning, sometimes earlier, and I package the bars from the night before. And so, but before that, I end up putting all the labels on the packages and then packaging up the bars, getting ready to ship out to stores. And then Caleb gets in roughly at about 8, sometimes 7:30, and then he starts his process.
I come in, I start hand pitting all the dates. So we use fresh medjool dates, which means we have to remove the pits from the date. So after that's done, we pull out all the ingredients for the particular bar we're making that day. If it's the mangoes, we'll have to pre-chop all the mangoes in the mixer. If it's ginger peach, we got to juice all the ginger that goes in there because we use fresh pressed ginger. There's also a process of drying the blueberries since we use fresh blueberries from East Texas. That's one of our locally sourced ingredients that we use.
It's funny describing all this is making my mouth water. So the whole process, including drying time, would be pretty much almost a full day, 24 hours to make them.
Yeah, our entire process is handmade. So the bars are handmade, the labels are put on the packages by hand, and so it's pretty meticulous. It's like we weigh out each bar individually and press it out into a mold and roll it out. We put them out on dehydrator sheet and dry them overnight, and so it's like a very, very meticulous process.
All of our ingredients are all organic. There's only a few that we just can't get organic, but the majority of 99% of them are organic. They're all things that you could recognize, like almonds and peaches and mangoes and blueberries. And so you could actually pronounce the ingredients, and they taste good. Yeah, we wanted to make a product that would number one, taste good, number two, be healthy for you, instead of harm you. So we really wanted a product that would be beneficial instead of harmful. The ultimate thing I think behind anybody making a decision is, does this taste good? And so, from the feedback that we get, I mean, we can sit up here all day long saying it tastes good, but we really want you guys to try it out. And so we've gotten numerous feedbacks, it's just tasty, and the quality of the ingredients too. I think those are the two most important factors. Handmade does have an element, but when it comes down to it, taste and quality. We want the product to be really personalized whenever you order some products for us, and we really wanted to just reach out and say thank you. Thank you for supporting us, for supporting local, and so what we do is we have like little cards, small little cards, and we end up putting a stamp of the logo on there and then writing a little short thank you note just to say, hey, we really truly appreciate you guys.
Our logo was done by an illustrator named Will Bryant, and I think it's one of the key contributors to our success as well.
I think with the logo, it was kind of interesting how he made it. We met him in a coffee shop, and just a really cool guy. He whipped out his iPhone. He took 2 pictures of us, individual, like mug shots. He was like, "Okay, be back to the logo." And so, sure enough, that's what we have now. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's a lot of effort to be put into this to make the bars and to come up with ideas, and then also too to find the direction that we're going. There's no way I could do this without Caleb. He has. If I were to describe one attribute of him, it'd have to be drive. He's there constantly in the kitchen, cranking out the bars and just getting into the stores. Getting all the little small details that need to be done, kind of behind the scenes action too. So there's no way I could do it without him.
Chris has taught me so much about health foods. He's the reason I am like a healthy eater today. Doing this by myself without help throughout the day with the actual bar making process would be